Hey y'all, I know I kind of disappeared. I just needed 2 days. Remember, I told you guys, a huge empath, and something was just telling me to take a break. So I'm sorry I haven't been around for 2 days, but I am back, day 18. We're gonna, start up from there. So, because of me leaving for a couple days, I figured the best topic is going to be isolation, and sometimes it is needed in order to elevate and grow. So, thanks for joining me with the Melanin Talk. We're going to jump into that episode. All right, so welcome to the Melanin Talk with Janae. And today, like I said, we're going to go over isolation because that's what I've been doing. So basically, I was going through some things emotionally, mentally. Like, I'm still growing. Like, I went through my spiritual awakening, I went through my healing journey, but just because I've went through those doesn't mean my life isn't still tested on a regular basis. So I am still human. Sometimes I get caught up in my emotions and my feelings, and my way of being able to, fix those issues is kind of to go into isolation. It was just a number of things that threw me into the isolation mode, and it is so necessary because sometimes you have to do it because the actions of others will sometimes alter your thinking, and you can't let things change you, the actions of others. And I've been being tested like heavily, I would say, for 3 weeks straight. I feel like it's a test I have to pass every day, and this one was super tough, but my biggest thing is just never give up on yourself. So yeah, with the isolation, it helps as far as not choosing people who don't choose you. Like, for me, isolation, it's just a period where I feel the need to disconnect from others. And during that time, I go through like a sense of solitude. I can think clearer, I can hear clearer. It's like I'm recharged, because I'm diving into my inner self and working on some things, kind of like doing shadow work. Sometimes you have to go deep within. So for me, it's so necessary, and I needed it. Like, I know I have my goals set. I wanted to do like my 30-day challenge. Like, it doesn't stop. I just had to pause for 2 days, but I really needed that time. So here I am back to talk about it. Basically, with the self-isolation, it is super critical to healing in general. For me, it just provides a space for me to sit and reflect and process my emotions alone. I don't really like to vent to a lot of people, so I deal with the stuff internally, and that is when I go into the isolation. So, also getting rest, just recharging, as I said, it allows me to focus on my individual. But yeah, pretty much it allows me as an individual to focus on my physical and my mental well being without like the influence of outside, the external distractions. That's super crucial when you're recovering from a traumatic experience, an event that's crazy, an illness, trauma. I said traumatic experience, breakups, anything. So for me, when I'm isolated, I'm able to regulate my emotions, and I can observe and learn how to manage and work with them without the pressure of others. And that's super important. You have to listen to yourself because, yeah, somebody can make many decisions, or they can make like they can give you a lot of advice, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. So you have to believe in yourself and make moves intuitively because the answer is within. You don't have to look anywhere else for an answer. It's always within. You know what needs to be done. It can be overwhelming when you're going through those difficult times to have all those extra ears and people listening. So for me, it is self-isolation is the best. It gives me time to mentally process things. And that's kind of what I've been doing the past 2 days, just mentally processing, my past relationship, just my past friendships, things with my family, growing my business, growing my social media platforms. It was a lot that I had going on and I needed to tend to. Something that stuck out to me, and I think it did kind of trigger, like, okay, go into isolation. After my separation in my last relationship, I started the new year single for the first time in like 5 years. So that was different for me. And I seen this post on TikTok literally hours after my breakup. And pretty much the girl on there, she was saying it was tears of happiness, but she was talking about the hardest pill to swallow is accepting that sometimes it's not your season for love. Like your relationship not working, just certain things not working. And it triggered me so hard because that was literally hours after my breakup. And I watched it and I cried and cried as I watched it. So yeah, pretty much she was saying, and she was just saying, don't give up on yourself. God pauses your season of love, and don't force it because it will, figure itself out. She also stated in there along the lines of focus on your business, focus on becoming financially stable, just focus on internally getting yourself together. And I boohooed, I cried, I watched it every day. I watched it multiple times a day. I did that for like a week. And then I finally started, getting out of that isolation stage at that point and loving myself and figuring, like, accepting, like, life for what it was. I saw that same post 2 days ago, which was crazy because I had favorited it, I had reposted it, I had shared it with my friends, I liked it. And it somehow 2 days ago popped right back up on my TikTok. And I'm like, I've already been here. What is going on? And that's why I said it was kind of a trigger for my isolation, because it made me look deep into where I'm at now versus where I was on the new year. Like at that point, I just was not happy. I was blaming myself because of the actions of others. And finally, like, I stood up and I said, you know what? No, I don't deserve this, and I'm not gonna stand for it. So yeah, as much as it hurts to walk away from, a person that you spent a lot of your life with and you're so used to them and you become codependent to them, I just said I'm gonna put my foot down and I'm just not gonna deal with certain things anymore. And I created boundaries for myself. It was tough. It was a battle. It still sometimes is a battle, but that replaying just made me see everything that she said. Focus on your business and becoming financially stable. It's gonna come. Like, it's the hardest pill to swallow. And it was, because I'm just like, I'm out here, I see everybody else getting loved. Why am I not getting loved? Why is it not my season? And sometimes you don't have to question. You don't need to question those things. You cannot question when you're supposed to go into isolation. It's for a purpose. It's for your growth. So you never question it. You just follow. So yeah, 2 days ago, re-seeing that and looking at it from a different light, it did feel amazing, because I remember watching that and just being so sad, to now I watched it 2 days ago and it helped me reflect. So it was kind of a positive thing and a reminder of it's sometimes just not our season for love, because we have to work on the love in here. So that is my message for today. Isolation is okay. Isolation is okay. Isolation is sometimes necessary. So just, if it's happening or if something is pushing you to isolation, you follow that intuition. It's meant to help you grow on the inside. So with that being said, thank you for joining me on this lovely evening, day 18 out of 30. I love the consistency. Like, I'm so happy. Besides my last 2 days, hey, I was thinking about posting. I just had to get my mind right first. So thank y'all for joining me, and I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Think about that isolation. It could be something that you need at this time to heal and grow. All right, peace.